So think of it like this. Think of somebody going to the gym and then working out and exercising their muscles. And then when they come back home after they've exercised their muscles, they take a rest. And then the next day, hopefully, they wake up to a little bit of muscle soreness. It's because the muscle soreness, as we've come to understand, whilst it's uncomfortable, it's actually a good thing and a sign of progress because it means your muscles are actually rebuilding and becoming bigger and stronger. It's not comfortable, but uncomfortable doesn't mean unnecessary. Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Coach Junior here from the CFS Recovery Team, and on today's video, we are going to be talking about what happens to you during adjustment periods. Before we move forward with this topic, I just wanted to briefly preface that by no means am I a doctor, mental health professional, or medical specialist by any means at all. I'm just an individual who has fully recovered, made it onto the other side, has gotten the privilege to coach and speak to literally thousands of people with this condition, and as now taking this information that I've learned from all of these conversations and group calls and giving it back to you. So hopefully these tips and tricks will help you further along in your recovery journey. Let's talk about what happens to us in adjustment periods. And first, before I even talk about what happens to us in adjustment periods, I think it's really important to first define what an adjustment period is. I know not everybody who watches this video for the first time has maybe not even seen this channel for the first time, right? So if you're here, welcome. Let's talk about the condition. Now, we're talking about a nervous system sensitivity condition here, where if you've been checked, cleared by doctors, but are still experiencing very mysterious symptoms, the most common ones that we see: brain fog, fatigue, pain, weakness, flu like symptoms, digestive issues, sleep, things of this nature. Okay. If you've been cleared by the doctors, then for us, because we've gone through the program as well, we've come to the conclusion that ultimately it more than likely is your autonomic nervous system going into very dysregulated state or a very sensitive state. Okay. Kind of how you want to build your resiliency for your nervous system health. I'll use the analogy of a gym. I really like the analogy of going to the gym because a lot of our folks here within the community used to actually exercise and work out a lot, so they can relate heavily to the gym analogy. And even if you haven't been to the gym, you probably understand this concept. So think of it like this, okay? Think of somebody going to the gym and then working out and exercising their muscles. And then when they come back home after they've exercised their muscles, they take a rest. And then the next day, hopefully, they wake up to a little bit of muscle soreness. Now, why do I say hopefully? It's because the muscle soreness, as we've come to understand, whilst it's uncomfortable, it's actually a good thing and a sign of progress because it means your muscles are actually rebuilding and becoming bigger and stronger, right? It's not comfortable, but uncomfortable doesn't mean unnecessary. Okay. Now, how does that translate into recovery? Believe it or not, your nervous system actually works in a very similar way. Whilst your nervous system isn't a muscle, it builds its resiliency almost in the same way that muscles are built, where you want to go out of the comfort zone of the nervous system a little bit, challenge its limits very gently. And when it does that, the nervous system will, in a sense, get sore. But instead of muscle soreness, it's more of an entire nervous system experience that you will temporarily go through for a certain period of time. And then your nervous system will bounce back, come back even stronger. And then you kind of rinse and repeat. You do this consistently. Eventually, you'll get yourself out of this. Now, the reason that I wanted to explain what happens during adjustment periods is because whilst I used the analogy of muscle building, it's not just sore muscles that you're going to get when you go into an adjustment period. Okay. Your nervous system, you have to understand this, is not just in charge of fatigue or energy or pain processing within the body. Your nervous system is connected to every single system within your entire body. We're talking about reproductive. We're talking about digestive. We're talking about your cognitive system, your five senses. We're talking about energy production as well. We're talking about emotional processing. We're talking about all of the above. So when the nervous system goes through its temporary time frame of being sore, there is no system within the body that is off limits in terms of the amount or the types of symptoms that you can experience. And I've seen and heard it all. So I think understanding it more can give you a little bit more of a sense of, okay, I can take a deep breath of relief. I'm not dying. My nervous system's just sore. It feels uncomfortable and it's expressing itself in a weird way. But at least it's good to know that I'm not dying. And so, what can you feel? Right? On a physical level, when you go into an adjustment period, your fatigue could definitely go up. That's one of the things. Your pain could probably go up. Your brain fog could increase if that's one of your main symptoms. You might notice a big rotation of symptoms, right? You might notice more pronounced digestive issues or insomnia during these times. I remember for me, now that we're talking about sleep, I would used to get very vivid dreams, very scary nightmares at night when I would go into an adjustment period. Not only that, whilst these things can take place on a physical level, and trust me, I've only scratched the surface of the symptoms that one can experience in an adjustment period on a physical level, you got to understand how it affects you as a whole as well. When someone goes into an adjustment period, they also become very anxious, right? They start to become very irrational, thinking less logically. They start to become very impulsive. They start to become very emotional. They start to even wonder why they started this recovery journey in the first place. They start to consistently ask for reassurance if they're going to be okay. These things also comes with the territory of being in an adjustment period. But if you can learn to become aware and identify that of, okay, I'm just in an adjustment period. I'm not currently in the right state of mind right now. I just kind of have to take it easy, lay low for a little bit, relax, allow my system to bounce back before I can continue stretching the rubber band a little bit more. Okay. So it's really important to have that awareness. I'll give you a little golden nugget tip from me that I used to do that actually really used to help me keep my mind back into a logical place when I really started to lose it when I was in adjustment periods. Because I'll be honest, I was losing it sometimes, especially early on in my recovery. Here's what you want to do when you're out of an adjustment period, or when you're having a pretty good day, when you're a little bit more logical and can think a little bit more clearly, take your phone out. All right. Here's what I did. I legit took my phone out and I recorded myself and I told myself how I felt on my good days, right? Because you have to constantly remind, because when you're in an adjustment period, you have to take my word for this. When you're in an adjustment period, you forget actually how you felt on your good days. So you have to remind yourself how you felt, right? I would hit record and say, hey, Junior, just want to let you know, this is a little bit of a reminder. I want you to watch this back when you're in an adjustment period. This is what a good day looks like. You look good. You feel good. Your mind's clear. Your emotions are a little bit more stable. You got a little bit more energy. We're good. And you're going to come back to this as well when you come out of this adjustment period. You're going to be okay. You just hang in there, Junior. Give yourself a little pep talk like that in the video, right? Remind yourself what it's like to feel good. Remind yourself what it's like to feel well, because your body and your brain will forget. Okay. A lot of this video is surrounded around building that awareness that you can have a big chance of losing yourself a bit in an adjustment period. And it's really hard to catch yourself too, especially if it's a pretty strong adjustment period, like a bigger one, or if you're just starting out on this journey and you're not used to this process yet. The beginning is always the hardest part. Okay. So using those videos for reference can really help you the same way it helped me. That's my tip from me to you. Okay. So I hope this video helped you on shedding a little bit more light around what is an adjustment period, how adjustment periods feel, and some things, tips that you can do to keep your head above water during an adjustment period to remind yourself to not lose yourself in those moments, because there's moments where you actually do feel okay. Thank you so much for watching. And again, my name is Coach Junior, part of the CFS recovery team, and we will see you in the next one.
Let's say that CFS recovery is absolutely the real deal.
I actually felt like somebody had an answer, like somebody explained what was going on, and it all clicked.